Combining together flexibility training with strength training is not only a good way of improving your athletic performance, but also creating longevity in your athletic discipline. I've noticed as an athlete and as someone who coaches students that a lot of times people will come in on one of two sides of the spectrum. On one side, you got the people that naturally are very flexible. They come in, they've practiced splits before, maybe they've done yoga, or maybe they're just a student who just likes those kinds of fun party trick style, look, I can put my leg behind my head kind of things, but they oftentimes don't have the strength to match their flexibility. And then on the other side, you got the kids that can maybe flip naturally. They go to Get Air or other trampoline parks out there and they can do those kinds of things, or maybe they do football or soccer and they have that natural strength and tenacity to push through things like handstands, push-ups, and other things. But because they do that stuff and not the flexibility stuff, they often find that they struggle with things like splits, sitting in a half lotus or a full lotus, stretching out their back using things like a seal stretch or a mermaid stretch, and they find that they struggle with those components. And so there's usually those two kinds of people, and then there's sometimes those people that have the gymnastics background and they kind of fall somewhere in the middle. And the reason I'm talking about this is because it's something that I've noticed in my own personal training, that there will be certain times a year or certain times in my own training where I'll find that my flexibility is improving and it's getting really good, but my strength isn't improving at the same rate as my flexibility. And I find that students also find themselves in this kind of one or the other kind of scenarios where with their training they'll find that flexibility is coming on really easy, bridges, seal stretch, touching their toes, all of that stuff's coming really easily, but the strength stuff like handstands, being able to hold it for a minute, that's why it's so important to combine those two things together. And that's something I've noticed as a coach. The people that combine those two things together and practice them outside of the gym are the people that succeed usually and excel the fastest. They'll find that they're making more progress than if they were to just practice one or the other. And the thing with this is it's not just about performance. Combining flexibility with strength is also to produce longevity in athletes. It prevents injuries. It allows them to practice these disciplines into later eras of their life, when they're in their 20s, when they're in their 30s, when they have families one day. And so that's something I've really wanted to kind of dive into. And so let me know if you guys as an audience are interested in that stuff and how best to combine flexibility training with strength training. I know there's a lot of people that are interested in both and they want to be good at both. They don't want to be just strong and tight. They want to actually be able to move with their body. So let me know if you guys are interested in that, and I can definitely produce more content for you guys if you want. I will see you around, and let me know what you think.